Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We continue with lesson 3, Microsoft Excel function. Exploring Excel function using if function, sum if, count if, and etc. So in this example, let's say we want to calculate budget for guest speaker. So we have this item. So for research, correspondence or communication, so publicity, honorarium, travel and lodging. Okay, so let's say we have 3 sessions for per year. So we have fall, spring and summer. So this is the budget that we have assigned for each. We allocate for each session. Okay, so let's say research we change to 200. Okay, so for spring, let's say 350. For summer, we have let's say we have 500. Okay, so this is the example of data. Okay, from this data, we will use some function using Excel to count several items. So the first one, we want to count the total annual budget. Okay, so let's say we just count as annual budget. Okay, so now we can use equal to. So there are two methods on how you want to make a summation in this figure. Okay, so let's say we are using so we want to use the plus sign. So before, so plus, okay, this one plus, okay, this one, then we will get the total for research. Okay, then you just drag. Okay, and then let's say we want to calculate for total. Okay, for each of this session. Okay, you can using this method equal to. Okay, so this function sum. Okay, so we'll count for B4 until B9. Okay, then we click OK. So now is the total amount for session 4. And then you just drag to get the same calculation for each session. Okay, so this one for sum C4 until C9. This one sum D4 until D9. Okay, so that is how we calculate for total. Okay, so we put as, sorry, okay, so next we want to make, before we calculate the average, we have to count for how many sessions we have. So equal to, so using this function count. Okay, so count, so we want to count how many sessions we have. Okay, so B4 until D4 and click OK. So now we have 3 sessions, fall, spring and summer. Okay, so now, and then we want to count the average. Okay, so the average for each item. Okay, so equal to, okay, so annual, okay, you divide by how many sessions we have. Okay, so enter. Okay, so now we have the average. Okay, So we want to put 2 decimal points, so we're using decrease decimal. So we put as 2 decimal point. So this is the average budget for each item for 3 sessions, okay, for summer. Okay, so we are using, so this is the total for each, the total per year for research, and the average is divided by how many sessions we have. So the average for research is 350. Okay, so that is the formula we are using. So next we will using the maximum value, okay, to find out which the maximum budget for each item. So we are using this formula equal to, and you use max, okay, max function. So between this item or this amount for spring and summer, okay, and then you click OK. So between these 3 sessions, 200, 350 and 500, so this is the maximum value, 500 for summer session. Then we just drag to find out the same amount or the same formula for each item. Okay, so next we are using the minimum value to find the minimum value. So we are using this formula equal to, okay, so if you don't find out at this function, you can write down on your own. So minimum, okay, we find this using this function minimum. Okay, then between fall, spring and summer, then close the formula, then you enter. So now we get the minimum value for research. Okay. Okay, then you just drag to find out the other items for the maximum value. Oh, sorry, for the minimum value. Okay, so next we try to use the function date. Okay, so we're using this function. Sorry, this one for date. So we start with month, day, and year. Okay, and then we start the 1st January until 28th February. Okay, for publications, so we using the same date. Okay, sorry for the interruption. Okay, okay, for honorarium, so let's say we buy honorarium start from this March. Okay, sorry, 1st March 2020. Okay, until, let's say we put as 10 2020, okay, 10 of March. Okay, so let's say our speakers will travel from 11 March, okay, 2020. Okay, then he or she will arrive on the 12th March. Yes, 12th March 2020. Okay, and then we will set the lodging on the 12th on the arrival. Okay, so on the 12th March. Okay, so on the 12th March 2020. So let's say we have until okay, so we put as until 15 2020. Okay, so next we want to use another function to count number of days. Okay, so we put off number of days. Okay. Okay, so now for count number of days, we are using equal to. Okay, so we use this function. Okay, network days. Okay, so start date until end date. So okay, so bracket, start date, comma, end date. Okay, close to bracket, enter. Okay, so we will count for how many days we allocate for each item. Okay, so this is the function of network days. Yeah, we want to count from start date until end date. Okay.